this is an iHeart podcast. Guaranteed human.
2%. That's the number of people who take the stairs when there is also an escalator available. I'm Michael Easter, and on my podcast, 2%, I break down the science of mental toughness, fitness, and building resilience in our strange modern world.
Put yourself through some hardships, and you will come out on the other side a happier, more fulfilled, healthier person.
Listen to 2%, that's TWO% on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter, and if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com by clicking on Submit Strawberry Letter, and we could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're gonna read this one right here, right now, and you never know, it could be yours.
It could be. Buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is. Strawberry Letter.
Thank you, nephew. Subject, he's amazing to himself and his mama. Dear Steve and Shirley. That title, right? Dear Steve and Shirley, I'm writing to you because Steve gives a lot of advice that some people take the wrong way. My husband is one of the people that heard what Steve said, but he doesn't quite understand it. I get that it's okay if you are in your mid-40s and you're still trying to pursue your dreams, but I believe you have to be honest with yourself. Steve and Shirley, my poor husband is only amazing to himself and his mama. I can't even tell you what he thinks he's good at because his mama listens to the show daily and she's messy enough to tell him on me. We are both 47 years old, and he's never given up on his dream to become famous. His mother asks him to perform all the time, like he's a kid at a house party. We've been at a restaurant, and his mother will get him to perform at our table, and she looks at him so proudly, while I avoid eye contact with people around us because I know they're trying not to laugh at him. The performances are nonstop at home. If I'm cooking, he's there entertaining me. He also thinks he's amazing in the bedroom, but that's my fault because I started lying to him years ago about that. The fact that he is still so very interested in being famous but clueless about how terrible he is an issue for me. His mother builds him up, and she would never forgive me if I tell them how I really feel about his so-called God-given talent. I think if he pursues managing other people that do what he wants to do, he'd find joy in that. So, do I start with his mama and make her realize he's not getting a big break, or should I tell him that he doesn't need to hire another manager because he's not talented? Should I be a dream killer or let this play out another 10 years? Wow, another 10 years. I say, listen, you're going to have to let this play out. I mean, he would probably never forgive you for crushing his dream. I mean, because so many people say, never give up on your dreams. I get you want to be honest with him and all that. You're tired of him embarrassing himself and you. But I guarantee you, he's not going to take it well coming from you. And when you say entertain, what exactly do you mean? I mean, is he singing? Is he dancing? Is he rapping or trying to make people laugh? Well, what is he trying to do? Because if he was really serious about his entertainment career, it seems like someone in the industry would have told him the truth by now, or there would be some sort of buzz or something if he was good. Obviously, his manager is just taking his money because he hasn't gotten him any jobs. And has he gone on any auditions or anything? I mean, there is such a thing, I'll tell you, as a late bloomer. There is that. So age doesn't necessarily have anything to do with it if you have real talent. The one sure way to find out is for him to perform for someone else besides his mom and people at the restaurant, someone like an agent or a producer, to see if there's anything there. His mom is not a good judge because that's her baby and everything he does is perfectly perfect. That's her, and if you say something about her to her son, you say something about her son, no, you're going to find out how she really feels about you. That's what's going to happen there. So my advice to you is just to grin and bear it. I mean, who is he hurting anyway? I mean, he's not really hurting you or causing you any harm. So, just try to deal with it if you can, wifey. Steve?
Nah.
Not that bad. Not that bad.
I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I got tired of it in the letter. I know she tired of it. All I do was reading the letter, and I'm tired of his already. Now, what I don't want you to do, you say in this letter that your poor husband is amazing to himself and his mama. Now, what the troubling part is how the letter started for me. Mm-hmm. I'm writing you because Steve gives a lot of advice that some people take the wrong way. My husband is one of the people that heard what Steve said, but he doesn't quite understand it. I get that it's okay if you in your mid-40s and you still trying to pursue your dreams, but I believe you have to be honest with yourself. Now, wait a minute, hold up. So it sounds to me like
what?
You trying to blame me for your husband sitting up in here and heard me say something. Now he on your nerves. And you trying to put that on me. Mm-hmm. I don't know your husband. I don't know what his professed talent seems to be. I'm going to assume it's singing. That's what I'm assuming it is. It ain't dancing. Okay. It's singing. He thinks he's an all-around performer. What that got to do with, I said pursue your dreams. I've also said on this show that your dreams should be attached to your gift. I've also said your gift is the thing that you do absolute best with the least amount of effort. I've said all these things 1,000 times on the show. Mm-hmm. So obviously, the only one think his gift is what he do best is him and his mama.
That's it.
So when we come back, I'm going to straighten it all out for you.
All right. Thank you, Steve. We'll have part 2 of your response coming up to today's Strawberry Letter at 23 minutes after the hour. The subject is he's amazing to himself and to his mama. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
2%. That is the number of people who take the stairs when there is also an escalator available. I'm Michael Easter, and on my podcast, 2%, I break down the science of mental toughness, fitness, and building resilience in our strange modern world. I'll be speaking with writers, researchers, and other health and fitness experts, and more, to look past the impractical and way too complex pseudoscience that dominates the wellness industry.
We really believe that seed oils were inherently inflammatory. We got it wrong.
Many of the problems that we are freaked out about in the world are the result of stress.
Put yourself through some hardships, and you will come out on the other side a happier, more fulfilled, healthier person.
Listen to 2%, that's TWO% on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say.
Yep, that's me, Clifford Taylor IV. You might have seen the skits, the reactions, my journey from basketball to college football, or my career in sports media. Well, somewhere along the way, this platform became bigger than I ever imagined. And now I'm bringing all of that excitement to my brand new podcast, The Clifford Show. This is a place for raw, unfiltered conversations with some of your favorite athletes, creators, and voices that not only deserve to be heard, but celebrated. One week, I'll take you behind the scenes of the biggest moments in sports and entertainment. And the next, we'll talk about life, mental health, purpose, and even music. The Clifford Show isn't just a podcast. It's a space for honest conversations, stories that don't always get told, and for people who are chasing something bigger. So, if you've ever supported me, or you're just chasing down a dream, this is right where you need to be. Listen to The Clifford Show on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. And for more behind the scenes, follow @Clifford and at TikTok Podcast Network on TikTok.
Do you remember when Diana Ross double-tapped Lil' Kim's boobs at the VMAs? Or when Kanye said that George Bush didn't like black people? I know what you're thinking. What the hell does George Bush got to do with Little Kim? Yeah. Well, you can find out on the Look Back at It podcast. I'm Sam J.
And I'm Alex English.
Each episode, we pick a year, unpack what went down, and try to make sense of how we survived it.
Including a recent episode with Mark Lamont Hill, waxing all about crack in the 80s.
To be clear, 84 was big to me, not just because of crack. I'm down to talk about crack all day, but but just so y'all know.
I mean, at this point, Mark, this is the second episode where we've discussed crack, so I'm starting to see that there's a through line.
We also have AIDS on the table right now, so...
Thank you for finishing that sentence. And yes, I don't think there's a more important year for black people.
Really?
Yeah, for me, it's one of the most important years for black people in American history.
Listen to Look Back at It on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm John Green. You may know me as the author of The Fault in Our Stars, and now, I guess, also as the co-host of The Away End, a brand new world soccer podcast.
I'm Daniel Alarcón, a writer and journalist, and John and I have known each other since we were kids. My first World Cup was Mexico '86. I was 9 years old. I watched every game, and I fell in love. On our new podcast, The Away End, we'll share with you the magic of international football, all leading up to the 2026 World Cup.
For us, soccer,
football,
is a story we've shared for over 30 years, since Daniel was the star player on our high school soccer team.
Very debatable.
And I was their most loyal and sometimes only fan. I love this game. I love its history, its hope, its heartbreak, and above all, its beauty.
Together, we'll find out why, of all the unimportant things, football, soccer, is the most important.
Listen to The Away End with Daniel Alarcón and John Green on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Think about the people who mean the most to you. Giving them valuable protection is a great gift you can offer, and Globe Life Insurance can make it easy. With Globe Life coverage, there's no medical exam, just a simple application. Take this step for the people you love. Call Globe Life at 1-800-251-5400 or visit globeliferadio.com. That's 1-800-251-5400 or globeliferadio.com. All right, come on, Steve. Let's recap today's Strawberry Letter and get to your response, part 2. He's amazing to himself, and his mama is the subject.
That title right there is just ugly. It's ugly because we've all seen this before. My baby's so smart. My baby, ooh, this baby. Ooh, look how cute this baby is. That baby is mama cute. That baby is only cute to the mama. Let me explain something to you, and I'll get to that in a minute. Now, what you're not going to do is Steve said on the show, give a lot of advice. Some people take it wrong. Steve say, follow your dreams even if you're in your 40s. I did say that. But I also said your dreams should be attached to your gift. I also said your gift should be the things you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort.
Yep.
I said all that. So don't drag no one sentence out and then all of a sudden this letter about me. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm finna hurt your feelings. Because I'm going to take your little 47-year-old non-talented husband that you ain't got the courage to tell him he ain't talented. I'm finna tell the truth to him. Because the only one who think he talented is amazing to himself and his mama. I can't even tell you what he thinks he good at because his mama listens to the show daily and she messy enough to tell him on the way. We both 47. Well, I'm going to tell you what it is. He think he can sing. He either do singing or he do spoken word. One of the two. Ain't either one of them gonna make him a drop of money. Cause he's 47. Ain't no new 47-year-old singers. You could be a 47-year-old singer, but you got to have already been out. There are no new 47-year-old singers. Nowhere. You got to take this to the church.
Okay.
Stop all this right here. Now, we're both 47 years old, and he's never given up on his dream to become famous. That's the other problem. You becoming famous is not up to you. It is up to the public. It has nothing to do with your wants, your talent, your gift, nothing. You become famous because other people admire and want to hear from you. That's how you become famous. He ain't famous yet because don't nobody admire him or want to hear now one of these poems or none of these song. Now he like a little kid, and his mama make him perform like you at a house party. Been doing that since he was kids. I used to have to come in there and dance for my mama and them and all that, and I hated dancing. I used to come in there and do all types of stuff. Steve, sound like that man you be imitating. I do little imitations. I hated that. But I go on and do it because I ain't want to whoop it.
Oh, okay. Those are your options.
We've been at a restaurant and his mother would have him perform at our table. She looks at him so proudly while I avoid eye contact with people around us because I know they trying not to laugh at him. You right. What he need to do the next time he busts out singing, quit looking at your mama. Look your around this restaurant at the people that can make you famous. Because the letters say you only amazing to you and your mama. Start looking around this restaurant. There's some people in this restaurant looking at your like, has he lost his rabbit mind? Now you sitting there. He performs non-stop at home. If I'm cooking, he entertaining me. Thinks he's amazing in the bedroom because that's my fault. I started lying to him. Well, you can change that. Just tell him the truth. Mm-hmm. And that'll carry over into this little talent he think he got and everything. Once you tell a man he ain't nothing in the bedroom, oh, Lord. Ooh, Lord. The fact that he's still very interested in being famous but clueless about how terrible he is an issue for me. His mother builds him up and would never forgive me if I tell him how I really feel about his so-called God-given talent. Well, let me ask you something. Has anybody anywhere told him he can sing? Anybody?
Anybody?
His mama has a co-worker, a sibling, his cousin, Denard. Anybody? Anybody told him he could sing? Do he do this talent at the church? Because they let anybody sing. You see what I'm saying? You need to get some other opinions. And I think if he pursues managing other people that do what he wants to do, he'd find joy in that. So do I start to tell his mom and make her realize he's not getting a big break, or should I tell him he don't need to hire another manager because he's not talented? Who is these managers that think he is talented? Let me tell you something, man. Anybody can get a manager, because if you don't have talent, you can find somebody that think you do. And now you really going nowhere because you done hired somebody that's a poor judge of character and talent. Mm-hmm. Should I be a dream killer or let this play out another 10 years? Ain't no way in hell. He can take us on Wednesday night up to the world famous Apollo Theater. They will tell you right away
amateur
whether your ass need to continue in this profession or not. But it seemed to me like you need to take it somewhere and pursue something else.
All right, Steve. Hit us up on Instagram at Steve Harvey FM to comment on today's Strawberry Letter. You can also check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, Sports Talk with Junior right after this.
God's people, this is Kirk Franklin.
Hey, this is Shaka Khan.
What's going on? This is your boy Kevin Hart.
Hey, what up? This your boy Chris Brown.
What up, though? It's your boy Big Snoop Dogg.
This is K. Michelle.
Hey, this is Tyler Perry.
Hi, this is Taraji P. Henson.
This is your boy Sid the Entertainer.
This is Yolanda Adams.
What's up? It's DJ Khaled.
Good morning, everybody. This is Keisha Cole.
Hey, this is Toni Braxton on the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
2%. That's the number of people who take the stairs when there is also an escalator available. I'm Michael Easter, and on my podcast, 2%, I break down the science of mental toughness, fitness, and building resilience in our strange modern world.
Put yourself through some hardships, and you will come out on the other side a happier, more fulfilled, healthier person.
Listen to 2%, that's TWO% on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.